I asked the neighbor to move their little farm stand because people are stealing from my garden. So my neighbor decided to set up one of those community pantry things in their front yard. You know the type. Wooden box on a post, some shelves, people can take free food or leave food. Cute idea, very Pinterest. Except it turned into a nightmare for me because apparently nobody in this neighborhood can read or respect property lines. Here's the thing, I have a garden, a real one. I spent months getting it ready, bought all the seeds, watered it every single day through the summer heat, dealt with bugs and rabbits and all that crap. We grow tomatoes, green beans, zucchini, peppers, cucumbers. It's not a hobby, it's literally food for my family. We're not rolling in money right now, and this garden has been saving us probably $100 a month on groceries. But ever since my neighbor put up that little free food stand, people have been coming into my yard and picking my vegetables like it's all part of the same thing. At first I thought maybe it was a mistake, like maybe one person got confused. But no, it kept happening, over and over. I put up signs, bright yellow ones that said, "Private garden, do not pick." Didn't work. I installed this short rabbit fence around the whole thing, like 3 feet tall. People just reached over or held their kids over it to grab stuff. I even angled a tarp so you couldn't see the garden from the road. Still didn't stop them. One afternoon, I was inside washing dishes, and I looked out the window and saw this lady with her kid just going to town on my tomato plants. I ran outside and yelled, "Hey, stop! Those are not for you to take." She looked right at me, told her kid to move faster, and started speed walking back to her car. I actually had to jog after her. When I caught up, I asked her what the hell her problem was. She turned it around on me so fast, started going off about how dare I swear in front of her child. Why am I so angry? Am I really that upset about a couple tomatoes? I told her, yeah, I am upset because you're literally stealing from me. She rolled her eyes, got in her car, and drove off. I stood there feeling insane. The next day, I went over to my neighbor's house. I was calm. I asked if maybe we could move the stand to the other side of their driveway, closer to the other neighbor's house, because that neighbor doesn't have a garden, and maybe people wouldn't get confused. My neighbor said maybe at the end of the season, but not right now. I asked if they could at least put up bigger signs or talk to people when they come by, just do something to make it clear my garden isn't part of their charity project. They looked at me like I was being ridiculous and said, "Can you really not afford to share?" I said, "It's not about affording to share. It's about people taking my stuff without asking." They said I'm going to have to learn to live with it for now, and we can figure out a solution together later that benefits the whole community. I said I don't care about the whole community right now. I care about people not stealing my food. They kind of shrugged and went back inside. I was pissed, but I didn't know what else to do. Then last night it happened again. I was out back and I heard rustling near the front garden. I walked around and there was this guy, probably in his 50s, just casually picking my tomatoes like he was shopping. I lost it. I grabbed the hose and sprayed him. Not like super hard, but enough to get him to stop. He started yelling at me, calling me crazy, saying I assaulted him. I told him he was trespassing and stealing. Then my neighbor came running out of their house yelling at me too, saying I can't just spray people, that I'm scaring people away from a community resource. I said maybe they should stop acting like my garden is a community resource because it's not. Now people have been posting on the neighborhood Facebook group about me, saying to watch out if you come by for the free stand because the neighbor next door is aggressive and unstable. Someone even said I threatened them with a weapon, which is insane because it was a garden hose.